Welcome, one and all, to session 38 of Call of the Netherdeep, early morning edition. I am not presentable, so I will be on voice until we take our break. Coming to you straight from bed in pajamas, coffee in my hand right now. So, last we left off, you're all terrible people. Most of you are, not all of you are terrible people. Some of you are terrible people. We got a message from Prolix Yusuf at the Allegiance of All Sight, where he told you all that he had a job for you from the Allegiance if you were interested, since he found you all to be such upstanding, trustworthy folk. And after some haggling, we'll say, you agreed to take it, going to the Life Dome to investigate if there is indeed a secondary entrance into the sunken city, Kale Morrow. We have departed from that meeting with a new friend, air quotes, the Falcon familiar Al Ain, who will be keeping an eye and reporting any additional hazards that come up during this mission so that you can be paid for what the job actually involves in case there is more danger than initially believed.
Those of you watching at home can take your bets now on how long the bird will live, at what point in the session the bird will be deceased.
Correct.
And who will be
to borrow a term
responsible?
to paraphrase Matt Mercer, this 1 HP bird that's following you around. But yeah, so we left the Crystal Chateau after that meeting, after settling on how much you all are worth, and left it a little bit open to do whatever you wanted to do before heading to the Life Dome in the afternoon. And that is where we shall pick up. So, what are y'all doing beforehand in preparation? Or are we just wanting to get straight down to business?
Kilmaro is a sunken city, right? Should we get potions of water breathing?
We're not going in there, according to them.
Okay, then I guess we're just going right to the Life Dome and hoping we all can swim. Oh wait, we can. We already did this.
We did it with potions of water breathing.
We roughing it.
Okay. We're roughing it. Let's go. Let's do it.
Alrighty.
Even though potions of water breathing would be smart for some of us, but
it would be smart. I don't know that we have easy access to them. And that's us suggesting that we really do think that they're gonna make us go into Kilmaro.
I'm sure you will all be fine.
I mean,
I don't like
we
that
could
at all.
see if there are potions for sale anywhere on our way there.
Or, I mean, we could, when we go to the Life Dome, this guy's gonna tell us all about what we're doing. We could be like, hey, you're sending us to a place that's probably gonna involve being wet. I would like to be able to breathe.
I feel a little bit like we have bullied our way into enough.
This is true.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We need to give Prolix. Didn't we already give Prolix a fruit basket? We need to give him another fruit basket.
We didn't give him anything. The only thing we've given him is anxiety, okay?
Okay, well then we need to give him a fruit basket after this. So, you know.
I think on our way to see this guy, unless we're being guided to this guy by Prolix or somebody, but like if we're just walking there on our own.
You were told where to go and when to meet the guy.
Okay, let's just stop at like a magic shop or in the bazaar or whatever and look for some water breathing potions.
Let's do it. Okay. I would like to buy 1 potion of water breathing, please, stars.
All right, you find a shop that sells such potions. There are easily enough you can find a place like that in the bazaar. Potions of water breathing are 80 apiece.
Lord. And they
How
last an hour, right?
convenient.
Wild.
I already have a potion of water breathing if somebody wants it.
We got paid 80 gold up front each, right?
Yep.
Great. I didn't add that to my sheet, so I'm just gonna add a potion of water breathing instead. Maybe you keep yours as a backup in case something goes horribly wrong.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep mine in case I need to punch any more sharks.
I will pay for mine. Can't hurt to have one. Can't hurt to have 2.
I will also get one. Though Arno would look at Thornton like, "Do you not need one?"
Nah, I'm good.
Has that always been a thing?
Hmm?
Has that always been a thing?
Why do you think I have the potion of water breathing still on me?
Badass.
Do you have like gills?
Oh god. No, I do not.
Ben just looks a little sad.
Inside check.
Oh, dear God. You can't just ask people if they have gills. And then he goes, like the reaction.
Yeah, insight check on why Ben looks so sad about the lack of kills.
Inside check on Thorn.
Go for it.
Insight checks aren't mind reading. You wouldn't be able to tell from that.
Ben's droop is extra droop.
Silliness.
I did buy 1 potion of water breathing.
What's that?
As did I.
Insight check, Andy.
Oh, whether or not he actually has skills.
I know, but like, what's the roll?
Oh, 19.
Oh, okay.
Still early in the morning. Still early in the morning.
Okay, yeah, I'll message you.
Yes.
Like, oh, whispers. If we ever actually get to play in person around a table, I've got to whisper an insight check result to somebody at some point.
Sounds fun already.
Next MP
I'll
com.
prepare the sponsor read.
But I bet it won't be for D&D Beyond.
Womp womp.
Alright, Andy's been messaged.
I see it.
We can move on.
Okay, so anybody who wishes to can acquire their potion of water breathing and essentially do the job for free depending on what your bonus is afterward. Better keep that bird alive if you want that bonus. Let's see. So,
Excuse
yeah,
me.
so-
We specifically asked if the life or death of the bird was contingent on our bonus, and we were told no.
No, you won't have to pay for the bird if the bird dies, but the bird reports what you're getting a bonus for. The
Yeah,
bird
we
can
shot
be
ourselves on the foot,
resummoned.
guys.
The bird can be resummoned, but the bird can only report on what it's alive to see.
Okay, fair enough.
can live for now.
All right.
You won't meet an unfortunate accident.
You have chosen.
Is the bird with us right now?
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, while we were shopping, he has nowhere else to go.
The bird will also meet you at the.
Oh, even better.
Oh, okay.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
So you are not being monitored while you're not on your job.
This changes everything.
It's like, oh, we can talk so much shit about that now. Okay. So making your way the rest of the way to the Life Dome then.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Potions freshly in hand. All right. So heading from the bazaar to the river district, you walk one of the paths among the fields. You pass a bunch of farmers in kind of an irregular clock pattern. This section of the river district has alternating water canals and walkways. This is probably one of the more humid parts of the city. Most of the city is pretty dry, but the air is a little more damp as you get closer to the Life Dome. And also, as you get closer, it is a rather imposing structure. I believe I've described it before, but it is the second largest structure in the city, second only to the palace, which the palace does dwarf it, but it's still pretty big, pretty dang big glass dome, just in the middle of this field of farmland and water canals. So you can't miss the place. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to take one look back, make sure I don't miss any interesting or important details, and find my description of the Life Dome here. River District Dome. Okay. Nope, that covers all the important description from the outside of it. As you approach the very large dome, you do see a diminutive figure who looks like he is waiting for somebody. Is a gnomish figure who is accompanied by a familiar falcon. And either because he noticed you or perhaps the falcon indicated that you were approaching, he does take notice of your group walking towards him. And he very excited. Oh, I wish I had my video on, but I am not presentable. He's very excitedly waving for your attention to make sure you see him. Let's see. Are y'all just going straight for him? I presume.
I'm assuming that's our
Yeah.
contact.
Oh, hi.
Well, hello there, everyone. I assume you're the group from the chateau.
That'd be us.
All right. Well, it's nice to meet you. My name is Carlisle. I'm the supervisor here at the Life Dome. They told me to let you in and show you around.
I like the friendly camp counselor voice this guy has.
I didn't know what his voice was going to sound like until he started talking.
You chose correctly, because it's fantastic.
Ooh, we get a mission and a tour. This is great.
Lead the way.
I assume they told you what you're looking for, so let's just head on in, shall we? Let's see. So the gnome turns to face the Life Dome, and he holds aloft a thin shard of iridescent glowing quartz. And with a quiet hum, one of the dome's glass panels suddenly comes alight with blue and purple arcane runes, which then flicker and fade, leaving behind an opening. Well, come on in. He waves for you all to follow.
I want to
So
learn how to do that.
you just need a remote control
What?
and a whole bunch of
Interesting.
runes on your door. Okay, so following him inside, the first thing you notice is that the inside of the dome is sweltering and extremely humid.
Do I feel the heat?
Lucas is fine.
We know he's fine. We asked if temperature-wise.
I mean, fair enough. Lucas is unbothered by the heat and humidity. It is. You do feel a little wet, like the air is wet as you walk in, but you know, heat not a problem. Dry heat, wet heat doesn't matter. But along with that, there's also the smell of damp earth, kind of hits your senses, along with the blast of hot air. So this main feature inside the Life Dome, there is a 60-foot wide lake with a series of crystal bridges spanning the distance along various points. And along the edges of the dome is just lined with all manner of vegetation. But as you come in, Carlisle starts just explaining. He's very talkative, apparently, but he just starts explaining to you the workings of the Life Dome, and how the waters actually come up from underground, presumably from Kale Morrow. The water level is a little inconsistent. Sometimes there's a lot of water coming up, sometimes there's just a trickle. So the Life Dome is here to kind of regulate the water going out into the city. When there's a lot, they kind of store some of it in there, and when there's not very much, they use what they've stored to keep the flow consistent. And a lot of that is he's in charge of keeping an eye on that. Says, oh yes, it's a marvelous combination of arcane prowess and engineering. It's really quite remarkable. It's like I just can't get enough talking about it to people. It's great. But that's not what you're here for, though, right?
As fascinating as it is, perhaps another time.
Let's see and check one thing here.
Do we notice anybody else in the Life Dome apart from us, like any other workers?
At the moment, nope. It's just you all and Carlisle and Alain. The bird does not seem to care much for the humidity in here.
Carlisle, how many people have access to that crystal that opens the windows?
Oh, this is just me. I'm in charge of it.
Is there any other way inside the dome?
Well, the people who set it up might be able to create another remote. That wasn't me. But as far as I know, I have the only one.
Interesting. Okay.
It was actually folks from the Allegiance of All Sight that helped with that.
Also interesting.
Let's see. Oh, I haven't spoken to this person in a little bit, apparently.
I mean, in defense, we're here to investigate a secondary breach into Kelmaro.
No,
Very
yeah, you're
reasonable
not wrong.
question. We have
I
a
was
reason
waiting.
to ask shady questions.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. I can let you start looking here. Let me lower the water level so you can check for whatever it is you need to check. He holds out his little crystal remote again, and the entire 60-foot wide lake water level just begins to go down until you can a little more easily get to the sediment layer at the bottom without having to swim.
Cool.
If you don't want to get your shoes dirty, I do have some boots for going down into the lake if you want them. They're tall
I
and
will take your
waterproof.
boots. Yes. Please and thank you.
How are you? First of all, what? I don't think he's gonna have boots for you. Second of all, I don't. If the water gets too high, I think someone just ride on their shoulders.
I don't want to mess up my boots, alright? I'm allowed to care about my clothes.
So
I'm not.
on most
I'm
of
not
you, these nice sturdy work boots go about up to your knees. On Arno, they're thigh highs.
Woo!
All right, let's go.
Ben
He
just takes off his
100% models
shoes.
them, just so you know. Because Ixu said that, he has put them on, somehow made them work.
Next commission.
Everybody's winning here. I'm just saying.
I'm working it.
All right, yeah, shoes would be great. Does he leave us here?
Oh, he keeps chattering away unless you ask him to go about his work. But
How can we reach you if we have any questions?
well, I'll just be working in the dome. So I guess if you need me, you can yell for me and it'll echo.
Have you noticed anything at the bottom of the bed that would be interesting?
Nothing that's caught my eye so far, but I don't usually get down in there and look for stuff. I just make sure everything's working like it's supposed to, and so far it is.
All right. Does anyone else have any more questions for Carlisle before we get to work?
No, let's go. Ben takes off his shoes. He's gonna walk around barefoot in the mud.
All right, let me know when you're ready to leave, then. And the opening has closed behind you to maintain the atmosphere in here. Can't just let water escape through the air. Okay.
Ix will wait for him to be out of eye shot and then just a little bit longer for out of earshot. Then she'll inform the rest of the party that she feels a faint breeze of cool air. And it's interesting considering there is likely no ventilation apart from underground. So Ix is going to try and investigate that.
Ooh, can I help? Are we alone in here now? Because if well, you know what, Ben, people know he's a werebear now. I could just transform and start sniffing.
That's smart.
I mean, the entire city does not know that Ben is a werebear, but sure, yeah.
They
There's somebody
do.
else in the life dome.
Rumors.
Rumors of the bear in the life dome.
Hearsay, okay?
Somewhere in the city, there's a black and white bear man.
Yeah. If they are alone, Ben will transform and use his sniffer to help.
Okay. So you're trying to figure out the source of that breeze?
Yes.
Okay.
I will know just before helping, Ben is going to be very distracted by mud in his paws, and he's going to play with it for a second, and then he will help.
Most excellent.
That tracks.
Okay. The rest of you waiting to see what Ben can find, or are you getting started on looking for this possible entrance?
Alex will try and find the breeze, locate where she first felt it.
Yeah, Arno will look to see if he notices anything.
Okay. You felt it
Where?
primarily when you first entered the dome.
Where is Aline? Is she like flying overhead watching us? Is she perched nearby?
I see she was on Carlisle's shoulder while he was talking with y'all. If you're near the edge of the dome, she'll be perched on uh, one of the shrubs in there. If you go further out, she might circle every once in a while just to keep an eye, notice anything that is worth reporting.
Okay. I would like to befriend the bird while people are searching for things.
Okay. So, Ben, perception check with advantage. X, you can make a perception check if you said you were looking into that as well. Animal handling from Thorn. And so, Arno and Lucas, are you getting started on the search or waiting to see what the others find?
I'd like to actually just kind of do a scope around the area. Like, I don't feel this breeze that Ix is talking about, so I'd kind of like to just see if anything feels like anyone's been here. If I don't know, like,
get a feel for the place before you look for your goal.
yeah.
Okay. So perception check from Lucas as well.
So Ben is very distracted by the mud.
Performance check from Arno for showing off his thigh highs.
Yes.
Hold on.
Immediately, and he's like, hold on.
Sorry, what'd you say, Tony?
Ben is very distracted by the mud. I rolled 2 4s on that perception check with advantage.
Oh. So mostly Ben's bare nose just detects that the air in here is very wet and hot.
Ix got a dirty 20.
Nice.
21 on animal handling.
Nat 20 perception.
Ooh.
I got
Okay.
a nat 20 performance.
This is a good day. Those thigh highs sparkle.
Marvelous. Well, Arno is very much working it right now. He is rocking those boots. It's like the mud that's caked onto them is just adding to the effect somehow. But everybody is impressed, Arno. Let's see. So Ix, dirty 20, trying to figure out what the heck with that breeze. Now that you're like consciously trying to pay attention to it, you no longer feel it. So like, it just seemed to be something blew past you maybe while the door was open, like a change in air pressure or something, maybe you could say.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
But between you and Lucas checking out the dome, you specifically for like what's up with that breeze, and Lucas for like, is there anything else in here with us? Is something off right now? No, it seems fine. The dome is just feels different from the rest of the city, but it doesn't feel like foreboding or anything like that. Lucas can see Carlisle off on another part of the dome, just checking on various things, checking water levels, possibly. Who knows what he's doing? Making sure everything's working like it's supposed to.
Ix will still appear cautious, but she will regroup.
Okay.
And just
so
kind of
being
mumble to
attentive.
herself. Yeah.
Could say
Just
she's
on alert.
being observant.
There you go.
Capital O. And as for Thorn, heading over to the Falcon, seeing if he can get it on y'all's good side, or get on its good side. The Falcon seems receptive to you, Thorn. It's not like keeping a distance or looking disdainful as familiars sometimes can if they don't trust someone. But yeah, no, you seem to be hitting it off reasonably well with this bird that you just met earlier today.
I pet the bird.
bird allows it.
Only like 3 pets before it's like, all right, that's enough.
It kind of shakes its head a little bit after the first few pets to resettle the feathers, make sure it's as aerodynamic as it needs to be.
That's cute.
All right, and I didn't forget anybody, right? I think there's a whole bunch of different checks for different things all in one go. And as for Ben, this mud is squishy. It's like you can leave like giant paw prints and then they fill with water. It looks really cool.
And so he does.
So when Ix regroups with everybody and she sees Ben still playing in the mud, she'll kind of tap him on the shoulder. Are you done playing?
Ben just looks up surprised and he's like, "Yes, I am."
In bear form.
In Ben's
bear form, yeah.
defense, I feel like the only 2 people who were actually investigating with those rolls were Lucas and Ix. Because if I'm not mistaken, Arno's just strutting around in his boots, and I'm petting a bird. So.
Yep.
Arno
with the workforce here
at some
today.
point, but right now he's vibing. Okay.
Yeah, nothing smells wrong with the air, Ben. There is that. He was checking that out in response to X commenting on the oddly cool breeze earlier. All right, so you all regroup, making your various vibe checks on the dome. Down to searching for that entrance then.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I will have each of you make your choice of perception or investigation. Looking through the floor of this lake, trying to see if there's any openings or any unusual things that might let you enter down into the sunken city below.
Does my sniffer provide any advantage?
We'll say it could.
I got a 12.
You gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
Oh my god, Tony!
Sorry, Bast. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I rolled 2 2s this time.
Oh my god.
So much mud. Ben the bear has never been in mud before.
Having the time of his life.
I
How
got
do I
a.
do that with advantage twice? What the crap?
Bear,
That is funny.
Ben's making bear-sized mud angels over here.
I got a 14 investigation.
Okay.
19 for Ix.
19. And Bast, what did you say Thorn got?
12.
12, okay. And Arnold?
Arno got. What a. 18 plus 1.
18 plus stuff.
18 plus stuff is the gist of it. Correct. And then.
Okay. So you all spend
plus
a
3,
good amount of time.
So 22.
Okay.
22.
Gotcha. So I heard like a 19 and a 22 and other such numbers. Okay, you all spend a good amount of time checking the sediment around the floor of the lake, checking the area in general. There is kind of a somewhat constant flow of water coming up from the middle of the lake, but it's more like just a little spring. It doesn't look like something you can like get into and go down. You try to like dig down into it to see if there's a way to get in. It just kind of the mud around it keeps collapsing back down, and you're still just standing on the bed of the lake. But hey, you spend a good chunk of time checking around, and those of you who rolled pretty high, you feel confident that you have not missed anything in here. There doesn't seem to be, at least in what you've checked, there doesn't seem to be a way to get down into Kale Morrow from here.
Hmm.
So this is a weird thought. And I don't know that I would know this anyway. So anyway, Lucas was just suggested in character, but so he had to like do something with the water for us to get down here and check it out. Do you think
both.
there might be anything different when the water is higher?
Honestly, if this place is typically underwater, I'm wondering if it's more like underwater tunnel kind of thing when the water's high.
It's worth
It's
checking
another
out.
option.
There. If you're thinking underwater tunnel, should we look for any places we can climb up to find the tunnel, or should we fill it back up with water?
Well, we didn't find anything with the water recessed, so next best is to have the water refilled and see if we can find anything from there.
I can scout ahead also so that we don't immediately have to use the water breathing potions. Because I could be totally wrong, but you know.
That's alright. Hey, Carlisle.
Oh,
Where'd you
yes. He sees you getting his attention. He hustles over to you.
Do you
Yeah, what
think
can I
you
do for
could
you?
raise the water level again?
Yeah, sure. Here, 1 second. He reaches to pull out his little crystal remote again, um, and he is checking his other pockets, checking his belt pouch there. He looks up at you, kind of at a loss.
Bro,
I think I must have dropped it somewhere. He's looking a little nervous right now. That wand is kind of important for his job.
what?
Locate object.
Nice.
Very good.
Excellent use of locate object. All right, let me. Let's see. Do you have the wording for that handy? If not,
Yes.
I can
Describe
have it.
describe or name an object that is familiar to you. Hey, look, I just saw that object like 30 seconds ago. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Cannot locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path between you and the object.
Okay. Um, okay, so Lucas, you take a brief moment to cast your spell once you realize that he has lost track of the remote. It does ping to your senses, still within the dome. You look over in the direction you sense it, and let's see, maybe 20, 30 feet off, something like that. You notice a familiar looking piece of quartz kind of floating in the air. And Ix, you feel the same cool breeze again, just for a moment. But before you have much of any time to do anything with this new information, the surface of the lake, the water comes back up. The surface begins to churn with white foam. and a moment later, an enormous geyser of water bursts upward and outward towards you all and sends you flying.
Oh shit! I'm gonna transform into a bear.
Son of a bitch.
You are all launched toward one of the canals. That are about 5 feet deep, and you can definitely tell that you are not as alone as you had hoped. Let us.
Damn invisible enemies.
Is it another shark?
Invisible shark that's holding the remote. Yes.
Well,
The sharks the whole time.
we're gonna earn that money now.
Yeah.
The bird is still in the life dome. He didn't get washed away, did he?
The bird was not washed away.
She can fly.
Okay.
Bird saw all this happen. Bird's like, oh my god, that water just attacked them.
Oh yes, let's get us the get the correct token in there for Ben, of course.
You looking wet.
Let's see where the heck is the pointer? There you are. Okay. Where's my? I shouldn't have switched maps already. I have to remember which direction you actually came from.
I'm sitting here getting
Mhm.
mad now because whoever this bitch is just was like watching us all check the area. Like, let's just scope the place out. Let's watch them look. This is a great time. Like,
I know.
Okay, so y'all came from this direction, so up from the bottom of the map. I'm gonna have to have everybody roll initiative.
Am I the
Oh,
only
fun.
one still on the River District Canal map?
that's what I see as well.
Yeah, that's what I see.
But we're in.
Or
Oh no, I'm
in
on
the
on a
canal.
different map.
I'm in the River District.
Yeah, it's the map we used for the baker's place
Yeah.
with the broken tree.
Just Ben.
With the bakery no longer exists, of course.
Right.
Yep.
Is that the map we're supposed to be on though? That's all why I'm asking.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you are on the correct map. We're just using the canal portion of it now.
Okay.
Okay.
Multi-use maps. Crazy.
I rolled a 12.
Mod 20.
23.
8.
One second. My computer's being a little pokey. May get the rest of you
Poke the bear.
on the tracker. Once you're on there, you can type your own numbers in.
12. Not too shabby. Water geyser. Just got attacked by water.
Also, how dare you, Kitty, assume that one of us stole it?
I wouldn't even. Come on. Like, you've looked at us, right? You're in this campaign. I feel like it was a fair question. She's already. Listen. Not a single one of you. Not even offended.
It's fair.
I love that it's all in caps.
She was concerned. She's like, you motherfuckers couldn't even wait till you got out of the dome? Like, oh my god, you're still in the same place? Like, you can imagine her just like, these dumb fucks. Like,
Oh dear. All right. I'm in a much more cramped monitor arrangement than I'm used to.
But that's the allegiance. This is Carlisle.
I was about to say, I'm like, that's the Allegiance. They're clearly doing shady stuff. Carlisle hasn't done anything but be passionate about mud and water, okay?
Come on. Okay.
So those are for things that we wanted. We have no use of a crystal thing that just makes the water go up and down in this one specific area.
I'm not
Maybe you
lie.
don't.
Yeah, like I didn't steal it, obviously, but it would be in character for Thorn to steal it. So the accusation is fair.
It is
I
not
need you all to
entirely-
know that comment has made it into the notes. Did
All
one of
right.
you rob him?
just in between. It's just in the margins. A little note.
It's there. It's in a comment.
All right. Arno, what is your dexterity score?
My dex. Like the modifier?
The number.
I just realized that the
18.
canals are 5 feet deep. Arno is not 5 feet tall.
No, he is not, and that is why he's making a dexterity check. Because I was like, "Don't say anything, Heather. Don't say anything, Heather." Star's like, "Hey, what's your dexterity?" I'm like, "Damn it!"
Ix just biding her time, waiting to be like, so about that shoulder suggestion.
All right. Well, let us get started off with Thorn is at the top.
Okay.
You have just been launched out of the dome into this canal by an apparently invisible foe holding the remote.
Well, I have a swim speed.
Okay.
So water ain't no
never
problem
mind.
with me.
These are trees, not rocks. On the map, by the way.
Oh, okay. So can I see this? Can I? Well, not see the invisible guy because he's invisible, obviously. But can I see the remote?
Let's see. Make a perception check.
Nat 20 plus 3.
Nat 20. As right after you get blasted out, since you rolled so high on your initiative, I'm gonna say you do see the remote dropping to the ground shortly after.
Where about would that be on this map?
Back in the dome, so not it did not come out. Whoever was using it is done with it.
Okay. What direction do I have to go in this map to go there? I'm very unclear of where we are in relation to the life dome.
So the life dome is down from where you are.
Like just down off the map, basically.
Yes.
Is there anything? I'm
Well, let's see, since you got what again did you roll on your perception?
Nat 20 plus 3.
Nat 20 plus 3. Yeah, since you got a nat 20, you do see, like, from the area where the remote fell. I'm gonna grant you that. Yeah, you see some to your eye, very distinct disturbances in the humid air. Some not quite humanoid looking figures drifting towards you. These do not look like people, but you can vaguely see the shape as they are coming out of the dome. They are definitely coming in your direction.
Okay. Well, I have a 35 swim speed, which would actually take me off the map if we're down, because this is 20 feet at the end.
So let us make a little adjustment then. Oh, look, you all got blasted really far.
Okay, well, I guess I'm
Imagine that. Just so that we can stay on the map.
I did not mean to do that.
And just because Thorn has spotted where they are, let's just go ahead and add these guys.
Perfect.
Ooh.
not perfect, because that's 2 of them, and that's not fun. That's a little bit terrifying, actually. Yeah, well, I'm taking out Serpent Strike and my Black Steel Short Sword. Actually, hold on, wait.
Can we get a close-up of that, by the way?
Oh, absolutely. Let's see.
actually have a little bit more movement. I almost forgot. So I'm gonna just move right on up to these guys and attack.
Realistically, there's not really a thing for me to post a picture of because
You
they're
should be able
literally
to just close up on the icon.
No, I mean because they are invisible.
Right.
So there's
Yeah,
not
show the second edition version of them.
But yes, I will post a picture. I will post the official art nonetheless.
Yeah. Invisible stalkers.
Would a 19 hit?
Oh, that's horrific.
19 is enough to hit them, yes.
That
Okay.
is absolutely horrific.
I assume 11 is not.
11 does not meet their armor class now.
Okay, so 2 out of 3 attacks hit because my third attack was a natural 17.
Nice.
So why am I continuing to? I was like rolling the d20s in my hand, and I don't know why, because I don't need to roll more of those. Okay, so one of them's with Serpent Strike, the other one's with the Black Steel Short Sword. Gonna get that poison damage ready.
Attacking which one? Out of curiosity.
The one on the right, we'll say.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Sorry. Forgot that on my first... Okay, that doesn't hit anyway. Forgot that on the first round of combat. I get 1 extra attack. But... It feels like forever since we fought anything.
Right? Gotta get that in every now and then.
Yeah. That is, for the first attack with Serpent Strike, gonna be 7 slashing damage and 2 poison.
7 and 2, alright.
And with the Black Steel Short Sword, it's gonna be 8 piercing damage.
Alrighty.
It feels, for some reason, like there's something else that I can normally... Oh! Okay, no, it's fine.
Don't you have thunder damage?
Yeah, I forgot to Crimson Right, though, so...
That's what
I
it was.
used my bonus action to try and attack, because I haven't done this in a while, and I missed anyway. Because I was like, I feel like this is not a lot of damage for Thorn.
It really isn't.
Let's see. And I will also say, you slash and you stab into these things.
They are magic weapons, if that makes a difference.
It's fortunate that they are both magic weapons. That definitely helps you out. The air that comprises these beings is immune to poison.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you cannot poison the air, unfortunately. At least not with the kind of poison that your sword has. I'm sure there are poisons that can affect the air, but that is a tangent. But yes, the venom that comes off of your blade, you see it kind of swirl a bit in the air and get flung off in another direction. Does not seem to take effect.
Fair enough.
But you can feel like some resistance as if cutting through a creature with the blades otherwise.
All right, that's it for my turn.
Alrighty. That makes it their turns, which is why I was asking Arno's dexterity score, because they both got 20s. let's see. Well, they don't much care for you. So let's move you up. Let's move you up. And let's see how hard the air can punch Thorn.
The air punches Thorn so hard.
Let's see. All right, and Thorn, remind me your armor class.
6. Oh my god, 16. Why is your armor class so low, boy?
Is that including your dual wield +1?
I believe so.
Okay. Let's see. That's a 14, a 19, an 11, and a 17. Okay, so they're trying to aura you, but they each hit you once. Oh, interesting. So yeah, you just feel wind all around you. From your good side, a blast of wind that feels like a fist almost smacks into you, and then from your blind side, another fist of air smacks into you, and they each deal 14 damage.
So total of 28 damage.
Total of 28, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Their combat strategy is very simple. That is the end of their turn. Arno, you see your friend Thorn over here stabbing at the breeze, and the breeze stabs back. Also, you are treading water.
We can't hear you, Andy. If you're trying to talk.
I just looked at the second edition art that Tony shared.
It's good, right?
As pretty spot on.
Andy is still MIA.
Well, no.
I only said that out loud since we can't see her webcam to see if she's like trying to unmute or not.
I am. I'm good. Can you
Oh,
hear
welcome
me?
back.
See, I had a plan, and then they went and positioned themselves there. I was gonna do fairy fire, but that would fuck with Thorn.
Do it anyway.
I mean, they're currently flanking Thorn, which gives them advantage anyway.
Also,
oh
it's
shit! Then yeah, no.
yeah, it's a save anyway, so who knows, maybe I'll pass the save and they'll fail.
Okay. Let me. Can I do it from here?
I think it has like a 60-foot range.
Yeah, I have to put. Yeah, 60 foot and then a 20-foot cube.
Don't ask me how I just called that number out without looking. Don't expect it in the future. It just felt like a 60-foot spell. I didn't actually know.
So yeah, so he will cast that first and foremost.
Alrighty, so that'll be a dexterity save from Thorn and from each of the stalkers.
I got a nat 1, so.
So Arno, you're shooting a colorful, multicolored fireworks blast of fairy fire.
Yes.
Okay, so Thorn looks like fireworks right now. He's a light show. The left stalker got a 7, and the right stalker got a 10. So yes, three figures over there are now outlined in sparkly, glowing, multicolored fireworks.
You know, I'm just happy that I wasn't the only person to fail, because if it only hit me and not the enemies, it would have been real sad.
Because why is Thorn just swinging at the air? There's nothing there.
And then, how high are the canal walls?
Oh, there may be like half a foot to a foot higher than the water level. So it's not, you won't have to like scale anything to climb out of there.
Yeah, Arno's climbing out of that shit. He doesn't know. So it's half my movement, right?
Yes, swimming and climbing are both half movement. So
If
that'd be 10 feet, and 20 feet gets you on the ground, so you've got 5 feet of movement left. Or did you take a squat nimbleness?
I did take squat nimbleness.
Okay, so you've got 10 feet left.
Woo! All right. So I am going to go 10 feet down, and I'll give. No, I can't give anybody anything. Okay. I'll do inspiration for Thorn. Bardic inspiration.
All right.
And that's me.
Marvelous, marvelous. Okay, so Thorn is feeling inspired to go along with his firework sparkles. Ben, it's real colorful down over there.
Oh boy.
But you can see the outlines of the two figures now along with your buddy.
So Ben, in bear form, gains an extra 5 feet of movement. So I have like 60 feet of movement right now.
And a swim speed, if I recall.
Correct, yes. That was your call, and I liked it. So I have more than enough movement to get there.
And you have advantage on the sparkly things.
As I'm swimming toward it, like, would Ben get a sense that this is something he could, like, tangibly hit?
Let's see. Well, here's an important question. Were you wearing your little crystal emblem when you turned into a bear? Your little emblem of claws or whatever.
Yeah, I would have been wearing that.
Okay.
Well, if it's just magical attacks, I'm a monk. Well, does that count when I transform into a bear? Would my claws still be magical?
All right, you are a monk. Yes, no, that just applies whatever your form. Well, let's see. It applies to your unarmed attacks and monk weapons, and I'm going to say it applies to your natural attacks as well.
The point I'm getting at is I want to like swim at it at fullest bear speed and try to pin this one down as one of my attacks.
Okay. I'm gonna say you've never tried to do that before against an air elemental, but let's see if it works.
Okay, we're gonna try it. Ben don't know better. So and athletics check.
You can always make an Arcana check if you want to as he's swimming over there.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Athletics check.
Athletics check. All right. This one will attempt a acrobatics check, but it's not proficient, so it will attempt a dexterity check.
Nope, I'm not gonna do good. Do I have anything that can help with that?
Let's see. For some reason, I was thinking surely he has advantage, but no. The bear transformation is not a barbarian rage, for better or worse.
No barbarian.
Okay, well, it got a natural 12, so
Oh, so it beat.
it is the air is very hard to grab.
I'm just imagining Ben, like, he comes up to it, both paws out, goes swoop, and he's like, oh, and now he's gonna swipe at it with his claws.
Okay. You feel when you make the attempt, you feel like it could be possible. This guy is just being slippery.
I'm gonna swipe at him for the second attack anyway.
Okay, do so with advantage.
Good, because what is with me and like sadness today? So 18 total. I thought I rolled the same number twice again, but I didn't.
18 definitely hits.
I went from 6 to 9, so it was an illusion. So 20 points of slashing damage, though.
Nice.
Do I still get an offhand attack in bear form? I don't think this has ever come up. Or not a bonus action monk attack, whatever it's called, martial arts attack. Just kind of punch him with my little paw.
I think we had decided that yes, you would be able to make a martial arts attack after your natural strikes. If you want that to be your bonus action.
I guess that is a double
or
number.
flurry of blows if you wish to spend key.
No, not yet. So that'll be 11 points of bludgeoning damage. At least I did solid damage missing that first grapple. I didn't even roll that one with advantage. So let me fish for the crit. Nope.
Always crit fish. Never not crit fish.
All right, that'll be Ben's turn.
All right, as Ben pummels the air remarkably effectively. Brings us to Lucas.
Hey. So I don't have a swim speed, so is my movement halved or no?
It is.
Okay. So my normal movement speed of 30, I will move my.
But surprisingly, your armor, your heavy armor, does not make it harder to swim than normal.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
You
I think we
feel
should have every session this early because Kitty's comments are on fire today. I just need to give a shout out to that. 5, 10, 15. That's as far as we can get, and that's okay. So I've moved in, and I would like to actually hold my action. But if I hold my action, I will lose my reaction. No, actually, I lied. Let's do this. So they are glowing now, right? So I can see this creature now.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
you can see where they are, and you have advantage instead of disadvantage.
Okay, cool. So what I'd like to do is I would like to I am within 30 feet of all the creatures. So let's go for the one that is further away from Ben, the one that he hasn't been attacking.
Okay.
I would like to cast Compelled Duel.
Oh, very nice.
So as Lucas is fording his way through the water, he's like getting as close as he can get, and he like kind of reaches up and cups his hands, and he's like, hey asshole, why don't you come pick on somebody more interested in fighting you? And then he's gonna cast Compelled Duel, and he's also gonna add in there, and unless you're just a lot of hot air.
DM.
Did you
correct.
also cast Cutting Words? God damn.
And Lucas is contemplating multiclassing into Bard, didn't you know?
He is dating one right now, so.
Me too.
Arno
Is that what we're calling it? Multi-classing into Bard? All right, I'll see myself out.
Yes, okay.
I was just gonna say Lucas is like 1v1 me, bro. Also, to properly paint the scene, I should say, all of you are like down in the water. These two creatures, now that you can clearly see them, they are hovering just over the surface of the water.
Hydrophobic.
Well, more like they can fly, so why would they get in the water?
Cheaters is what they are.
They have to, by the way, make a wisdom save. DC 16.
Okay. Yes. And you said there was the one that Thorn had been attacking, or the one Ben was attacking?
The one, I guess, that Thorn was I don't know, the one on the right that Ben
Yellow
is not
one.
currently attacking. Yes, I'm gonna
Okay.
try to draw it towards me.
Wisdom
Wisdom save DC 16.
16. All right. Oh, that is. Ooh, that's a 14.
That's a 14. All right, so it fails. And can I tell that it fails? Like, does the air turn towards me, kind of thing?
You can see the outline clearly enough. You have its attention.
Okay, good. So that was my bonus action. I did my movement. I have an action. I'm not gonna do anything with it, but I'm gonna use that action to also be like, Thorn, I'll take care of this one. Don't focus on the other one. Because part of the spell is like if someone else touches it, the spell immediately breaks, which is why I haven't been using the spell.
Which
So,
one did you tell me not to go after?
The one on the right that Stars has put a little icon on.
Okay, so the one that I had initially attacked. So
yeah,
now
so
don't attack
bother
him.
that one for a bit.
Okay.
Because it's gonna go away from you. I think, or it might. But
good to know.
Yeah, don't break it. Let me pull it away from you so you're not flanked first. And that's my turn.
Don't use the wand of wonder on the bad guy that I just turned. I don't even remember who that was. I just remember somebody randomly casting a fireball as the boss was going to be running away. Okay, just re-upping myself on compelled duel. But in the meantime, while I am reading, it is Ix's turn.
She is going to get herself out of the water, cursing the whole time. Just like, God fucking damn it. I can't go fucking anywhere. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah,
just grumbling.
That reminds me, Arno's boots that were supposed to protect you from the water, that only works if the water level stays below the top of the boots.
Yeah.
So every step you take is just like squish. Hopefully you weren't wearing socks in there, because
so after
I doubt very many people wear socks in Oncarel, though. So don't need to keep your feet warm. But yes, I keep interrupting you.
Oh, you're good. So Ix will get out of the water. She'll check herself real quick, make sure Spren and Radiant haven't drowned, which they're fine. They're upset, but they're fine. Then she's going to Guiding Bolt the one that Ben is trying to attack.
Marvelous. All right, and because it is above the water and your friends are in the water, they are not providing it cover, so you have a clear shot. Oh, and also you have advantage. Because Sparkles, fish for that crit. 20 is enough.
Hooray! Oh! 17 points of radiant damage. And the next attack on it gets advantage again, I guess, if that matters.
Double advantage.
Woo!
17 of course, after she... Oh, yeah,
pretty good.
I'm pretty excited about that damage. And after she fires that off, she just kind of like screams at it. Cowards! That's about it. She's not going to move any closer.
Excellent. All right, coming back around to Thorn. You're getting battered by these things, but you feel inspired by your friend Arno here.
That's something.
Also, your friend Ben is doing some work on that other one.
Well, I'm gonna join him in that, and I'm going to do my Crimson right this time. I'm not going to forget. And then I'm gonna use my 2 attacks.
Excellent.
Which I have flanking, right, with Ben? So I have... Oh, and it's got the fairy fire, so I have advantage.
Yeah, You could flank if you moved a little bit, but it's got Fairy Fire and Guiding Bolt on it.
Okay. So
But you still only roll 2 dice for your advantage.
no, I know. I was rolling 2 attacks. That's why I was rolling multiple times.
I know. I just had that in my head because I played that Elven Accuracy character recently.
Oh.
Too many
So
dice.
I got. I'm trying to do math. 2 24s.
Both hit.
So I'm not gonna bother rolling the poison damage this time because obviously I don't. Doesn't fucking matter. So for the one attack, it's gonna be. Sorry. 10 slashing damage plus 2 more damage from my Crimson Right.
Alrighty.
And then from the other attack, it'll be another 10, plus 1 from Crimson Right.
Okay. And and your Crimson Right is lightning.
Let me look it
Right
up.
of the Storm. Or something like that.
Sorry. There's everything's so hidden in the Blood Hunter thing. Like, it doesn't just say it. It like I have to go into the whole text block and read through it. It's more than a little annoying. I'll message you.
Okay. Well, if it's the damage type, I think it is. It takes full effect as far as you can tell. They do not appear resistant to your right damage.
Okay.
Is the operative part of what I was building up to.
Okay.
So yes, you have sliced the wind a couple of times with tentatively thunder damage in addition. Seems to be quite effective. The wind in that area, the windy figure that is outlined by the firework sparkles, the little cyclone that makes its figure is considerably less intense than it was at the beginning of this fight. But that brings it around to their turns again. Let's see.
I think since they're on the same turn, the one interested in Lucas should leave, so it's no longer flanking Thorn. It's not required to leave, but you said it has. I have its attention.
I have its attention. I believe it has.
It would have disadvantage. Yeah.
To attack anyone besides you, and it has
must
to make a
focuses.
save if it tries to move far away from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the sparkly yellow one. Let's see. It kind of wants to keep going after Thorn, but it feels something tugging it towards this brunette that's still in the water over here. Let's see, what is their movement? Oh, he got plenty of movement.
Bringing the fight to me.
All right.
Fuck half speed.
Yeah, it's gonna disengage. Well, not disengage, but it is going to move away from Thorn. So Thorn can take an opportunity attack if they would like.
Don't do it.
Yeah, this is the one that Lucas told me to leave alone, so I'll leave it alone. This is the one that Lucas told me to leave alone, so I'll leave it alone.
There was thought, though. There was like a, well, what if?
I actually had myself muted on Discord, but I thought that I was unmuted because I unmuted my mic, so I had answered sooner, but just no one heard me.
All right, and it's I'm not going to put it on top of the token, but since it is flying, it's just going to go directly above Lucas. And yeah, Lucas is getting paunched.
Oh, punch.
By the air.
Punch by the air. This is a new one. Armor class of 16.
Air attack. That's a 9 and a 16. Okay, so one of those, you feel a splash in the water next to you, because heck, that was low. But that 16 hits you like right on the crown of your head, just like a insubstantive, like you're not quite sure how the wind can punch you, but somehow the wind bopped you on the head. That is 12 bludgeoning damage.
Thank you. 12 damage.
Alrighty, and let's see. The other stalker, the purple stalker. Let's see. Well, it doesn't like either of you that are over there with it. But oh boy, that bear did a whole lot to it. So it really doesn't like that bear right now. Let's punch the bear with wind.
Do it.
That's a 9. And what's your armor class, Ben?
19.
All right, neither of those hits. You're just getting a breeze in your bare face.
This is very nice of the invisible stalker, given it would have had advantage if it tried to hit me.
So they're aggressive. They're not super
Smart.
intelligent. I was gonna say they're dumb, but that would be a lie. They are. Since I don't think it will affect anything, they have like average human intelligence. Well, yeah. Well, that was their partially ineffectual turn there. Brings us back around to Arno. There are some yellow sparkles directly over your little friend over here.
Arno would take out his bow and look at Lucas and be like, "Can I shoot it now?"
Yeah.
Okay. He would shoot. He would shoot the yellow one.
Okay. Take a shot.
I accomplished what I needed to accomplish.
That's a natural 20 with my bow.
Well,
Look at that
alrighty then.
delightful sneak attack damage.
Love it.
Absolutely does sneak attack damage.
Let's see. So that's 3d6 plus a d6.
Scar the water, scar the air.
It's no longer compelled. I'll go ahead and remove that icon.
Uh, 7 plus 12 plus 8 and 7 plus 4. 31. 31 damage.
31. All right. And what did it start at? No. What are you doing, Roll20? Alrighty. So you feel very confident in your aim. Your arrow strikes true. It doesn't like stick into this thing because it doesn't have a body made of flesh. It kind of goes through, but it seems to do some damage on its way through this thing. Unfortunately, we're not playing 3rd edition where something without a discernible form is immune to sneak attack damage. That would be unfortunate. This is not such a system, though. So
Equally
you do
fortunate, the arrow doesn't go through the creature and hit Lucas.
also that. Well, the creature is above Lucas.
Good.
You think Arno would have let it like even risk that option? No.
So, I'm gonna say just for funsies, some of the yellow firework sparkles sprinkle down onto Lucas, kind of accentuating his the golden glow from his silvery armor. Add a little sun effect to his sun shield. Lucas, you have a close vantage of it. You feel like you've seen Arno's sneak attacks and arrow shots up close, and they're usually pretty deadly. This one didn't seem to take the hit as hard as you thought it might. Because I'm pretty sure Arno does not have a magical bow. Unless you want to correct me that he does.
No, he has his magical rapier.
Okay. So it does a decent chunk of damage. It just doesn't do 31, unfortunately. Ara, anything else with your turn?
I guess I'll do a second shot with it.
I don't think you can.
Oh, I don't think I can either. All right, then I'll just move.
Okay. Squish, squish, squish.
Oh, he hates it. Oh, he hates making noise. Oh, it's gonna drive him crazy. He might not move. He might take off those fucking boots.
He takes one step and he's like, nope. Not today.
Yeah.
Bonus action, anything?
He bonus action dash after he takes off his boots.
Sure.
Cool. He's gonna go. Excuse me, it's right there, and just prepare.
Now you're just damp feet in damp grass instead of wet boots going squish, squish, squish.
Damn feet and damn grass is fine as long as he doesn't make noise.
It actually feels kind of refreshing. The grass between your toes.
Helps with the heat.
Indeed. All right. Bernard.
So Ben thinks about it for a second, and he thinks, I don't think you can make an air where bear air elemental. And he's going to jump up out of the water and bite the air elemental. He's literally going to gulp for air.
All right, go for that air. The air.
Man, I can't roll for shit today.
The air of breath.
Still hits at least.
It does still hit, yes. Absolutely, positively. Chomp.
Chomp again.
Second chomp. Big numbers.
Then he's gonna boop it real hard with his nose.
All right, yeah, you feel this. You're barely feeling it under your, like in your chomps by the end here. It's getting very insubstantive. Okay, so just a bop for a 17 hit, so another 10 damage.
That's if 17 hits, I guess. I didn't ask.
Yeah, 17 hits. So you tear away at this thing's windy form. you get a little bit of purple sparkle in your mouth in the process. Got some. I know I did this to myself, but we got some wild berry pop tarts over here with those colors, sparkle colors. But yeah, no, you bite into the air. It feels like it's getting weaker and weaker, and then you bop it with your bare fist or your bare paw or whatever method you were doing. You kind of feel it puff out of existence. And I don't remember which one I associated the initiative with, or else I would just make it, or I would delete it from the map. But I don't want to delete that initiative. But it does not leave a corpse behind. It just poofs into purple sparkles that it looks like one more firework going off without the noise. So you and Thorn are just showered briefly with a little bit of purple firework, and then it vanishes completely.
All right, then I'm going to use my movement too, and I'll move up here. And I'm going to, well, I guess I could go help Lucas too, but for now, I'm going to just use my movement to go here since I can't attack anymore this turn anyway. Okay. And position myself that if either of my companions want to use Ben's back to climb out, he will assist them with that.
Okay. I like that. I guess I could go help Lucas, but...
Well, I've already done all my attacks, so it's not like there's anything else I can do on that regard.
I know, just the way it came out amused me.
Yeah.
But that does bring it around to Lucas.
Oh, this chat is so dangerous. All right. It is a hoot. Okay, cool. So I've got this creature on me, and there's air above my head, and I'm gonna swing at it, I think, with a Magra over here, because I can. So let's do it. How substantial does this air feel?
Well, it definitely feels like you're chopping through something with Magra.
All right, cool. So we're gonna do a 15 plus a 6, so 21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Oh, it's been so long that I've pulled out anything other than a D20. All right, come on. Where's my 12?
Get out that D12.
Give me a D12. Ooh, that's a 9 plus 3, 12 points of damage.
Nice.
And no, we won't smite, but we will swing again.
You have chopped off a chunk of yellow sparkles.
The second one is a 12 to hit.
Let's see. You do not feel an impact the second time.
All right, that's fine.
It's like the first time you cut through the wind, second time you just cut through the air.
Okay. Sorry, the long pause was for a joke that went through my head, and then I decided not to say it out loud.
Why is Lucas attempting to break the wind or something?
Anyway, that was my turn.
Excellent. Ix.
Present.
It's your turn to break the wind.
Gee, thanks.
Stars, you know a lady never farts.
Did I say that? I didn't say that. I'm saying there's a wind monster over here and it needs to be broken in half.
Seeing that Thorn is no longer in imminent danger because he has no further enemy to attack, Ix will down focus on the air above Lucas. And she is going to cast Sacred Flame. So this bright silverish flame just kind of descends from where above the creature itself, and it needs to make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty, let's see what it can do about that. That's a 7.
Ooh, it fails. Hold.
These guys have good dexterity, I swear.
7 points of radiant damage.
Alrighty.
The target also gains no benefits from cover at all this round.
Marvelous. All right. So you've dealt some holy damage to the yellow sparkles in the air above Lucas.
She's also going to take a couple steps back from the water because she does not want to be pulled back in.
Okay, fair enough. A reasonable thing to want. And let's see. Were you wearing the protective boots as well?
Sure am. That's what she'll be spending the rest of her time taking off.
Squish, squish, squish. All right, Thorn.
Okay.
No more purple sparkles. There's just some yellow sparkles over yon.
All right. And then my own blue sparkles. But I'm gonna swim on over. And I'm gonna try and attack this guy flanking with Lucas.
Marvelous. Well, not really flanking because it's above Lucas, but you do get the advantage because it's sparkly.
Okay, perfect. Well, the first one is... Why is math hard? 21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
The second one was a nat 20.
I guess that hits.
So, yeah, I'll roll the nat 20 first, just to get out of the way. It'll be with the black steel short sword. So that is... 17... Oh, wait, no. 18 plus Crimson Right damage. So 18 damage for the nat 20. And then for a Serpent Strike, it is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 damage altogether. So 18 and 15.
Marvelous. The sparkly wind above Lucas is getting considerably weaker.
Nice.
Let's see.
Oh, I actually didn't... I have a bonus action attack as well. Let me just see if that hits. It would. So I will roll that real quick. 8 more damage.
Marvelous.
Keep going. Keep going.
What else you got, Thorn? Yeah, you got one more in you?
Nothing. Now I'm done.
Oh, so close.
Well, it is going to shift over to you.
That's
old
fair.
Friend. Still within Lucas's reach. But it is going to bop some air fists down onto your head this time. Let us see how effectively it is able to do so. That's an 11.
Does not hit.
That's a 24. That's a little better.
That hits. It is rolling with advantage because of the fairy fire, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, now, that first one was an 11 and a 9.
Oh, okay.
But yes, that one dealt a whopping 7 bludgeoning damage to you.
That's nothing.
Those first attacks were particularly high, but it got a 3 and a 1 on its damage dice this time.
Fair.
But yes, that is all it can do for now. So Arno,
Yes.
there's still yellow sparkles over your friends.
No, now everyone's in there. So Arno will just keep shooting it with his bow.
I mean, you could hop over and like stand on Lucas's shoulders.
I would allow it.
You would allow it?
Lucas's shoulders are above the water. That would put you on a level with the stalker.
Oh my god. Can he give Lucas a look and hop on his shoulders?
Wordless agreement. Do it.
Okay. Should I make an acrobatics check first?
You should make an acrobatics check, yes.
Okay. What?
I had the funny idea, but you still have to earn it.
No, it's okay. I got a natural 20 again.
I mean, that'll accomplish it.
And then I'm gonna
Just
whiff
barely.
on the actual attack. No, hold on. And then a 19 on the attack.
That will hit.
And that. Alright. And then
Tap, tap, tap.
Sorry.
Bad
Like,
because it has.
That's where I was doing it
Thing.
earlier.
I had to
Hey,
very
hey,
urgently
hey.
type.
Alright. So that is 9 plus 12. 21 damage.
21. All right, with the magic weapon this time.
Yes.
All right, you stab at this thing through where you imagine its heart would be if it had one. There is an explosion of yellow sparks all over the group of you. But there is just the faintest bit of wind hanging on.
You little shit.
Just a it's very slimmed down. Very skinny, invisible stalker glowing yellow above Thornstill.
Alright. That's all Arno's got.
Alrighty. Ben, there's a party going on over there.
But where's Carlisle in all this?
He did not get blasted away by the geyser.
Effin. Okay.
Oh, so it just hit us?
Yeah.
Because it didn't hit Aline either. Bitches.
Yeah, I think the hawk was just up above, perched somewhere. So
Feel like
I
the
hope
hawk noticed us get wailed on with a geyser.
Hopefully, and also followed us to, see all of this happening. Because
I don't
otherwise.
understand, sir. They just started punching the air. Very
they all
delusional.
lost their minds, man. I don't know what's going on. They were having a glitter party. I don't know what happened.
They were just playing in the water, sir. I don't understand what's happening here.
They're all children.
Ben is gonna look over at Arno, now riding on Lucas's shoulders, and say in bear language, "That's amazing." And then he's going to swim. Can I swim like around them or under the invisible stalker to come out the other side?
Well,
Like
the
there.
invisible stalker is over Thorn. You can squeeze by them if you need to.
Over Thorn or over Lucas?
It is hovering over Thorn, sharing a space, but higher up.
I wonder if my map didn't update. It looks weird to me.
I have it a little off center, so I'm not completely covering Thorn's icon.
Yeah, but I have Thorn's icon still at the bottom. Oh, yeah, that was very different than what I was seeing. I just refreshed.
Oh. Well then.
All right.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess I'll go there. That does look like it works. Am I able to reach?
Yes. Yeah, it is just a little bit over the surface of the water, so it is not out of your melee range.
Let's gulp for some more air.
Especially since you're a large creature, you could stand on your hind legs and be sticking a good bit out of the water. 28 definitely hits. Are you biting it again? Or biting this one?
Yep, we're gonna get some fresh air here.
All right. Ben takes a chomp and just eats the last of the yellow sparkles.
And then I'm gonna motion to Thorn that it's okay to get on Ben's shoulders, like Lucas and Arno.
This dissolves into a game of chicken.
Yes.
Okay, I was right. It was the purple one that was on the initiative tracker.
And that'll be my turn. I guess we're kind of done anyway.
All right. Yes, at the moment the threat appears to have been dealt with. So you are no longer under assault from invisible elementals.
You know, if I had to rank all of our invisible stalkers throughout our journey together, I think these guys are at the bottom of the list.
It's true.
Of
I
least
mean, it did
deadly.
help that they. Yeah. It helped that they ganged up on Thorn so I could just not let
You,
the
you're
bullet.
definitely better prepared than the first several times you fought invisible enemies. For sure.
Ben's still gonna be in bear form, still motioning with his head to Thorn, like, hey, come on, hey, it's okay.
He's not muddy anymore. He's been in the water, so he's all cleaned off.
Sure,
True.
Thorn will get on Ben's shoulders so that we can
Excellent.
do a game of chicken here or whatever.
Ooh, is that what we're doing?
Maybe, I don't know.
No.
Why did you
Absolutely
want
not.
him on your shoulders?
I don't know, because it looked fun. So the next step of my plan was literally just to climb out of the water. I had nothing else beyond that.
Ix will look at the rest of the party. Are all of you okay?
Well enough.
Great. I'm gonna go back into the dome.
Is the remote still around or nah?
That was in the dome, I think.
Yeah, fell in the dome.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Let us. We are done with the canal map, so we'll just go back to the main map. Let's see. Thinking of timing. Okay. So yes, you with all of that dealt with, seemingly for the moment, you make your way back up the canal, along the side of the canal to the Life Dome. Find Carlisle has recovered his little quartz remote, and has kind of hurried out just to the entrance of it to kind of tell what's going on with you guys, because he saw the geyser happen. He saw his remote floating in the air, and then he saw you fighting some sparkles. The Falcon, when everything calms down a little bit, you do see Align was circling the air above you to get a vantage of what was happening, and flies back down to join Carlisle as you are doing the same. But yeah, make it back to the Life Dome. Carlisle has his device back. It's like, oh, well, I don't know what just happened. That was kind of crazy.
You know, unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure somebody sent some invisible enemies to steal your remote for nefarious reasons.
So, in spite of his camp counselor vibes, can I roll an insight check against him to see if he seems nervous about this? Like, he's lying.
You sure can.
Ix would also like to roll an insight check to see how
Same.
surprised he really is.
All right, I got a 22. That's a better roll than my rest.
I'm good at insight, but I only rolled an 11.
19.
22, 19, and 11.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, he seems genuinely surprised at everything that just went down in a matter of less than a minute here. You all just got swept away, seemed to be fighting something sparkly, and then came back. He's still just trying to wrap his head around what just went down.
My guess.
But to respond to something that somebody had said a second ago, it's like, well, if they were trying to steal it, they didn't do a very good job because they just dropped it immediately after.
I mean, my guess is that maybe somebody's trying to determine where this entrance to Kael'Maru might be before the Allegiance can. Could have been that they were trying to stop us from investigating further.
That wouldn't entirely surprise me. Not everybody is a fan of what the Allegiance is doing down there in Kael'Maru.
When you use that wand, Carlisle, is it only on that single pane, or does every single glass here have that option?
Not every single one. There's a few ways in and out, but yeah, it controls the dome in general.
How often do you come in and come out?
Beginning of the day, end of the day. If I forget to bring a lunch, I'll slip out to grab something and then come back.
Is this all at the same time every single day?
Usually, I try to stay on time.
So your routine. Great. Have you noticed anybody around the Life Dome that doesn't belong or looking in?
He thinks back. Nobody that's caught my attention. I mean, people walk around the River District often enough, but didn't seem like anybody was paying the dome undue attention.
Carlisle, we nearly just got drowned. Is there anything you can give us here?
Let's see. Well, as far as who might have been trying to stop you, I know there's some Vermilion group that doesn't like what the Allegiance is doing. Kind of seems to be getting in on it themselves. I don't know. I would think they would want you to find it, though, and then utilize that themselves. So I don't know if they would stop you before you were done.
What did you mean by, there's a lot of people who don't like what the Allegiance are doing down there?
Well, that's the other one I was gonna say. There's this other group called the Sentinels of Memory. I don't know much about them. They don't do a whole lot like out in the open. They don't have like, a school like the Allegiance does or anything like that. I just know the impression I get is they want the past to stay in the past.
And Carlisle, you haven't been questioned by anyone, or no one has asked questions about the Life Dome coming in and out? Any random interest?
No, I talked to an orange fella from the Allegiance recently. I think he said he was going to send some people. I think presume he was talking about you all, but nobody has shown particular interest otherwise.
So I have a thought, guys. Do we think that those creatures were here waiting for somebody to investigate, or do you think they were sent after us?
So, Ix, give me your choice of intelligence or wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Wisdom check, okay.
$14.
14. All right, well, a lot was happening at once, so you didn't really think about it right away. But that cool breeze kind of, now that you're trying to get this figured out a little more intensely, it kind of reminds you of something else from not too long ago. You feel like you may have encountered similar creatures that just didn't attack you.
So something's been watching us.
No, not following
Maybe.
you around town. It's like it's just tickling your brain. You feel like maybe somebody told you they had you felt a breeze and somebody told you not to worry about it. That's just their security.
Oh, wait! Is that the Cobalt Soul? Hold on.
It's been a long time IRL, so I'm trying to decide how much to clue you in because it was kind of mentioned in passing.
This
Oh.
sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't remember why.
It probably doesn't help that I'm pretty sure it was in a text RP. For those of you watching at home and have no idea what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, I think it's the Cobalt Soul, but I can't quite remember.
Are you musing out loud, or is this Heather trying to remember?
This is Heather trying to remember because I'm sure Ix would know because that's something that she would keep in her head anyway. But I can't be certain.
Spot on gif from Kitty.
Ben, do you know anything about the security the Cobalt Soul uses?
I can't think of like a Ben history reason why he would know that, but he did spend a lot of time with the Cobalt Soul recently, so I'd like to think that if that were the case, would that have come out, Stars?
You, without rolling, or without needing to roll, Ben does not recall encountering anything like these creatures. The security at the Cobalt Soul is primarily all of the Kung Fu librarians that live there.
I was gonna say, we mostly just punch things when things start to go wrong, so no, we don't use elementals that I'm aware of.
Could be allegiance? Do we remember if Prolix said anything about this?
You were on your own, Ix, the last time you encountered this cool breeze.
If I found
Oh, shit.
the source of the message, am I allowed to reveal that, or will we still being cagey about it?
I'm trying to decide. Oh, no, I'm getting tired of being cagey, so if you found it, you go ahead.
I don't know the full context, but this was last October, so this was a while ago. You were talking to somebody called Amkesny? Amkesny? I don't know how to pronounce that.
I don't either, so your pronunciation sounds good.
The lady from the shop? Was that it? That Ix was talking to, bought stuff from?
Oh yeah, the one with the talking bird?
I'll link
No.
you to the message.
It was when you were looking for diamonds.
So that's the message where Stars mentions it, but I don't have the full context of it.
Yes. Yeah, it was the lady that did like a little tarot reading on you and then showed you around her shop of both jewelry and arcane material components.
We've been in Ankarel since October? Jesus fucking
Yeah.
Christ.
Like,
we need to fucking leave. Like,
Azozan was like a blink and you miss it compared to Ankarel. But yes, no, yeah, you were in the material component shop, looking at some of the expensive items. You felt a cool breeze and commented on it, and she says, "Oh, that's my security. Don't worry about it."
Well, her security just tried to fucking drown me. I want my fucking money back.
What? Who? What?
Ix is kind of throwing a mini tantrum to herself, and then she'll turn. She goes, It was a woman in the bazaar that I visited. It was one of the shops for a component I needed. When I walked into the shop, I felt a cool breeze. I just figured maybe she had some kind of magic of some kind, but it was only for a brief moment. She didn't mention anything of it, but it felt the same.
Do you think she could have ties to any of these groups?
A merchant having ties, of course. That would make the most sense.
It's really just a question of which group.
Well, I'm interested to find out. At this point, she'll kind of give the soggy boots back to Carlisle and kind of nod at him and be like, "How about you get a lanyard for that wand of yours?"
I want to say, looking at the calendar, I think this was like, it's also been a little while in game for Ix. This was like 12 days ago that she went shopping at that place.
What's the water level at?
Oh, he has. Oh, now that he's made sure you all are okay after getting blasted away by a geyser, he is in the process of. Since it had seemed like you all were done for them. Actually, no. He's going to ask if you all were done searching the bottom of the lake.
Well, we never got to. So, I mean, we never got to search it when it was full.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, you were searching the lake with the water level all the way down, is what you were looking to do.
Yeah. So.
And then you were talking about looking with the water up.
Yeah,
the water is still down.
That's what I mean. Like, I want to search it while the water level's up. So.
Okay. So yeah, the water level's still down, and he's asking if you were done searching, so that he can pull it back up.
Yes.
Well, we're done searching with the water down anyway.
All right, I'll pull that back up to where it was then, and he, keeping a very tight grip compared to before, holding it with both hands. Even he holds it out towards the lake, and the water comes back up to the level it was when you first entered the dome.
Okay. I will go search. I'll save this in character. I'll take a look underwater, see if I can find any hidden tunnels, that kind of thing. And once the water level's up, dive into the water.
And Carlisle, trying to still sound a little bit peppy, he's like, "Well, I'm gonna be paranoid about losing this thing for a while."
That's what the lanyard will be for. Preferably a chain connected to your person would be best.
I'm going to look into that.
It's gonna get one of those like wallet chains from the 2000s.
So edgy. All right. So Thorn, you hop into the water, take a look around, see if things are any different while the level is up.
Yep.
Go ahead, make perception or investigation.
By the way, I know.
Don't forget you have inspiration.
I was about to ask if that was still effective.
That lasted for 10 minutes, so yes.
Okay. Well, I am. What die is that, Andy?
D6.
Okay.
Still relatively fledgling bard.
Yep.
That's fair. I'm also gonna use another ability of my own because I rolled pretty. Honestly, I have an inspiration, and I'm really tempted to just re-roll the d20 because I rolled a natural 4.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna a bit better. Let's see. 19.
19 already. So Thorn makes some circuits around the lake, checking very thoroughly to see if anything looks different than it did with the water down. As best you can tell, there doesn't seem to be anything unusual here. No way to go down under the lake. That opening, or not really even an opening, just the spot where the water is coming up is still very similar. It goes up, but it doesn't look like you can go down through it any kind of convenient way.
Is it because of, like, the current? Like, is it difficult to swim against the current that way? Or is there something physically blocking the way?
Yeah, it's not like a hole that water is coming up through. It's almost like water is just
Coming in
up,
through, like, rocks
like
or something?
poking up through the dirt.
Okay. What if I dug a little bit at the bottom? Does that reveal anything?
Try.
I will try.
Go ahead, depending on how vigorously you want to attempt to make an athletics check.
Okay. A 12.
Okay. You dig for a while. You don't seem to be making much headway.
Huh. Okay. Thorn will eventually come up. Just be like, no, doesn't. Hiccuped in the middle of my words. Doesn't seem like there's anything.
That's weird.
We said at the same time.
It doesn't feel like if the allegiance was wrong and there was no entrance to Kael'Maro here, that would be one thing. But then why are other people trying to attack us before we even find anything?
Well, we could just go
Maybe
ask
they
it,
have
right?
a leak?
If
Like
they have...
if they have a mole and the mole heard the same thing that Prolix told us.
Confirming the information
Sure,
to see where the leak might be.
but still, you know, attacking us before we find anything, revealing themselves, that's a little sloppy.
There has to be something here that they already know about.
Yeah.
They were here before we got here.
Where does you said the water goes into the city?
Yes. Yeah, there are half a dozen canals that lead out of the Life Dome.
Through the canals. Okay. Is it to the group? I keep focusing on this word leak that you're all suddenly saying. I'm like, huh. I wonder, what if there's another place that the water comes up? What if it's not just in the dome?
Like another spring?
Yeah.
Is there
I mean,
anything like
there's
that?
got to be other places. Like, what about that well that you were in, Ix? Like, I mean, there's clearly other places that the water comes up. Maybe it's not all because of here.
That could be a start. I still have a shopkeeper I need to talk to.
For the
And then we
GM's
can
sake, are you all discussing this while Carlisle is there with you still? Or
Yeah.
I don't see why not. Yeah.
Okay. So he chimes in. Well, if it was the Vermilion folk, I imagine they'd want you to find it, and then they would take the information. If it was the Sentinels, maybe it was a trap.
Yeah, they don't want anyone messing with Kael'Maro. They wouldn't want anyone finding a new entrance.
They wouldn't, but... I mean, are we suggesting that they fed this false information to the Allegiance?
I mean, maybe.
But then, I mean, the Allegiance still has control over the main entrance, don't they? What's the point? This wouldn't prevent them. We don't even work officially for the Allegiance. We're just kind of contracted for this job. It doesn't change anything.
Could be
Maybe
used
they
as a
got-
deterrent.
Maybe it's just like anybody who's trying to get in. It's like, well, let's get rid of those people. I don't know.
Yeah, but the only reason we're trying to get in is because they were paying us to check and see if we could.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it seems very counterproductive on their part. Not that I'm saying that you are a master of how people work like this, Carlisle. I'm just saying.
Well, either they or I is not thinking things through very well.
Yeah. I think I want to know where the Allegiance got the information that this place might be a secondary entrance.
Yeah.
Carlisle, did the Allegiance approach you about this issue, or did you approach them?
It was Prolix, I think is his name. He approached me just saying he was maybe going to send some people to look.
So they didn't do a cursory search or anything. They just approached you.
Yeah, he asked me if I had seen anything, and I told him I hadn't, but I was willing to let folk in
Is there
that they trusted.
anyone else, like, who regularly works here, who could have reported, seeing something that would lead them to want to investigate?
I pull in some workers every now and then if something needs fixing, but for the most part, it's just me.
This is getting weirder. Why would they want to search this place if the main person who works here hasn't seen anything?
Do you let the Allegiance in here regularly?
If they have a reason, I'm on. They're on good terms. They like I said, they helped design the dome.
Was Prolix the only Allegiance member you've seen recently?
For a little while. Yeah, they don't make a habit of coming up here regularly. I'm usually pretty alone.
I think somebody wanted us dead.
Honestly.
That's what it certainly seems like.
Well, I hope not. You all are very pleasant.
Oh, thank you.
There is the fact that Prolix reached out to us.
Carlisle
I
is
think-
probably the only person in this city who would say that we're pretty pleasant people.
We're gonna take the W and move on.
Yeah, Arno would probably just look like, I think we should check to see where Prolix got his information from, at the very least. And check up with your store shopkeeper.
I think we should check in with the shopkeeper. Well, should we check in with the
Agreed.
shopkeeper
First?
now, or go back to the Allegiance first?
Oh, we'll send the hawk back first to relay so that way they can get our money together, and then we'll go to the shop. So there's some things we need to discuss without the hawk.
Hawk looks at Ix curiously.
I'm allowed my privacy.
Hawks is like, I'm a falcon. Thanks.
I'm gonna grab
I feel like...
Get out of here, you spectral phony.
Well, I vote for let's go question the shopkeep. That should be our next move. If somebody has
Yeah.
another idea, I'm open.
Ix is like, hey everyone, this bird's a phony.
Freaking narc. Yeah, so I'd say we go to the shopkeeper, see if the what do you call it, a falcon? See if the falcon will fly off or not.
At the moment, it's hanging around.
God damn it.
Do we think... So I know it's a familiar, and it can understand English, but we can't understand it. Or common, whatever. But do we think speak with animals would allow me to actually talk to the falcon? I can't decide because it's not technically a real falcon.
Try it.
Yeah. Alright.
I don't remember the rules for familiars well enough.
I'm trying to think. Have any of your characters? It's like I know none of you have like a normal familiar, but do any of you know somebody with a familiar that you would have spent any time with?
No.
Galceriad.
Oh. Does
And
she have a
Ix did have a
familiar?
familiar, but she doesn't have him anymore. But
Oh,
Galceriad has
that's
one
true. You did have a familiar before, so.
Of course, Ix's familiar wasn't an animal.
No.
now. Correct. But Galceriad's is.
There's no reason not to try. If it works, it works.
Thrower raven.
Yeah, you've seen Galceriad's familiar once or twice.
I'm gonna try it. As we walk out of the life dome, where is Al-Ain? Is she flying? Is she perched on somebody's shoulder? I tried to befriend her earlier. Could she be perched on my shoulder?
I'm thinking that seems the most likely.
Nice. I'll cast Speak with Animals, and say to her, so, are you going to fly on back and deliver your report now?
Aline looks at you, cocks her head a little bit, and kind of makes a low guttural bird noise.
I do not understand her.
No.
Okay. Well, Speak with Animals didn't work. In any case, I'm pretty sure you can still understand me, even if you're pretending not to. Like, I don't know for certain, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So, if you could fly on back, that would be great, because we have already done our part with the Allegiance. We will go back. We just want to check into some things, since we don't know whether this was an attack against the Allegiance or just us.
Okay. Falcon listens intently, waits a moment, seems to give you like a look that you feel like is the look of acknowledgement, possibly, and then kind of awkwardly clambers on top of your head and then takes off to fly away.
Felt
Ix would giggle at
unnecessary,
that.
but okay.
It was necessary. The bird deemed it so. Like, all right.
Didn't have enough room for its wingspan on your shoulder. It had to get the obstacles out of the way. Clear vantage.
So after the falcon gets a fair distance away, Ix will grumble and kind of turn to the rest of the group. Could it be, perhaps, that the Allegiance doesn't want us sniffing around and they might know more about our dealings than we might think they do?
Let's hope not.
Who knows? We'll just have to figure it out.
Less said about it, the better.
Right. All right, to the bazaar. Do we have the magic carpet?
Squat a lot.
All right, yeah. We're heading on out.
Okie dokie. Going for a magic carpet ride. Make your way back down to the shop.
Hey, so while we're flying,
It will take a little while, so you have time.
Yeah. So, like, I know that we're all very good with our words. We're all very charismatic, all that goodness. Do we have any interest in ensuring that this shopkeeper tells us the truth?
Yes.
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 Okay. I can make that happen. It does, we're all gonna kind of feel a little truthful for a little while, though, so it's not just, like, not just her.
Oh, good. So Ix won't be in the shop then. Enjoy.
No, we don't have to do it. I'm just saying, if you're interested.
Well, I was thinking I might go around the back to make sure there's no back entrance in case they try to escape.
That's smart.
That is smart.
Well,
I think it's a good idea. And I'm pretty confident that I can not lie, but not tell her everything.
I always have the option to just not answer.
Well, if she starts asking you guys questions, then you guys have already lost anyway. So you got to keep her focused.
You're right, Ben.
Ben is on point over here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
I'm
let's give
fine
it a
with
try.
Alrighty.
To Mystic Pursuits and the truth.
Mystic Pursuits. And I think we will spend this magic carpet ride taking a quick break. I need to take care of some things, and then I will be back so we can reconvene shortly and see what this lady has to say for herself.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Welcome back, everyone, to Two Truths and No Lies, which I definitely stole from somebody right before the recording started. But I appreciated it, so I wanted that to get in there.
Credit to Jess.
Thank you.
All right. So, having our flying carpet ride from the Life Dome to the Sun-Cut Bazaar, Ix remembers the location of the shop since that was two memorable shop experiences back to back. And fun times, you all are going to be across the street from the casino. Hooray.
Oh.
Hopefully nobody noteworthy pokes their head out and notices you coming here.
We're just shopping.
No worries, Amelia. Do you want to come in? Arno can't lie right now. So, like, if you want to come in.
You even suggest it.
That's low. That's real low.
Some low-hanging fruit. Okay, but yes, without incident, you make your way there to the shop calling itself the Mystic Pursuits. Gave me a moment to pull her info back up.
I would like to take a moment to tell everybody that nobody except Ix knows that this shopkeeper talks through a parrot.
No, that is the.
Oh, sorry. That's the one around the corner.
Oh, that's
this
a
one's
different
the lady that did
shopkeeper?
the tarot reading. Yeah.
Oh, good. I was like, we're gonna have to tell a parrot to tell the truth.
So yeah, next door to the Mystic Pursuits is the Bone Garden.
Okay.
And
I have to say, every
yes.
time I hear this shop's name, it just brings to mind a very specific like image because it has like every like incense sells crystals kind of store. Mystic is the first word, like mystic dreams, mystic moon, like you know.
Naturally. Well, and since I haven't described it in session yet, this would be even better. So the entrance to this establishment is framed with colorful tapestries, and I assume you're heading inside once you get there.
Is Ben able to do a little sneak and find a back entrance to guard?
Oh yes, Ben is heading around the back. Go ahead and make a little stealth check for me.
Just a little one?
Just a little one. Just a little stealth check.
You know what? Let's make it fair. We had some invisible stalkers. Ben is going to find a place to tuck away and go invisible on his way back there, but I otherwise rolled a 19 on that stealth check.
Also, just for some visual variety, let's go ahead and move to the map where this is happening, give you all a little frame of reference here. So yes, that large structure with the golden domes up in the top right, that is the casino.
The world is dark. I see no map.
I see a map.
I did too.
As long as Bass does, that's what's important. But my world is dark.
Do a refresh, Jess. It was
All right.
being weird for me earlier, if you recall.
I'll refresh. You can keep going. I'm just
Is that okay?
saying out loud.
Okay, so yeah, the casino's clearly visible in the corner. The Mystic Pursuits shop is this one here, kind of in that courtyard, and actually Thorn and I believe Ix. Actually, yeah, no, Ix, you've been here before, but Thorn, you take notice. This place is right next door to the first eclipse.
Oh.
Because everything important is crammed into one map. And then the Bone Garden is just here next to it. But the first eclipse is this one down at the bottom middle. Let's see. So then you slip behind the shop with a 19. You find there is kind of a courtyard with some stalls set up on the western side. It smells really good back here. Is the first thing you notice.
Ooh.
Ben's distracted. Ben's out.
So there are some food vendors and a few people enjoying their food, but they're not paying you any particular notice since you're being very, very quiet.
I wanted to, if I could, also go invisible in case you didn't check that. If I'm able to stealth that.
Yes, yeah, you are. Like, from the people in the court, there's not really a way for you to hide from them, but you're being discreet enough that you're not drawing attention, I'll say. So if somebody were to look in your direction, they would see you, but they're busy hawking their wares to people that are over by the stalls or busy buying food from said stalls.
Hold on, apparently my child is home. I guess Heather's going to get it. That's weird. I have a thought I'm going to send to you real quickly, just for how Ben wants to do this, but I don't even know if it's going to matter, so I'm just going to send it to you privately.
Okay.
But you don't have to wait for me. You can go on. This isn't that important.
Okay. Well, while we are sorting out what Ben is doing, the rest of you, when you walk inside the shop, past the tapestries around the entrance, the walls are covered in like silk curtains for color and decoration. There are low wooden tables here and there throughout the room, covered in magical baubles, illuminated by scented candles, all of this good stuff. You do see. Actually, this is not in the official description. Let me see if I said anything about her previously. Let's see. Trying to remember how I described this shopkeeper because I want to be consistent. So much typing. Okay, I need to move this little. I need to move Tony's video feed out of my way because things pop up even when I'm not looking at the videos. Okay, I did not give her very much description, but there is a woman behind the counter of this shop with a deep blue hooded robe kind of shadowing part of her face, so she looks very mysterious. But you do see a bit of a deep purple colored skin, what is visible of her face. And As you walk in to her shop and she notices your entrance, she starts to give what is apparently her usual spiel. Welcome to the Mystic Pursuits, and she recognizes Ixarvea. It's like, ah, you have returned and brought friends.
Is there
I see."
any kind of oh shit in any of that recognition as we come in?
Make an insight check.
I would also like to make an insight check.
15.
So a 15 and
Now one. She's just too angry to actually gauge anybody right now.
yeah, no, this as far as Zix is concerned, this woman is just too mysterious, but also she's definitely sus. It's like she's not even like looking for actual cues on this woman. She's just like, nah, she did it. Lucas, gauging this woman for the first time, if she seems like she's panicking or anything like that, she's hiding it very well. She shows no outward signs.
So at that greeting, Ix will nod and go, "Did you expect us today?"
Your coming was seen in the cards, so of course I was.
Insight check. I want to
After that
see
check, I have a snarky comment.
if she was expecting us, but not because of like that part's bullshit, you know.
Thorn's like, I don't even need to roll insight on whether she's truthfully telling us it was in the cards, because that shit's fake.
That's a 21.
This woman is full of theatrical bullshit.
Okay, but she genuinely did not see us coming today.
She did not see you coming, and this just seems like how she rolls with her customers. She says she's just putting on her soothsayer front.
Okay.
As a matter of habit.
So at that comment, oh, the cards foretold.
Yeah, she's yes-anding you.
Oh God. Ix will level her with not a complete glare, but a narrowing of her eyes and go, "Did it call for rain as well?"
She looks at you a little quizzically. Let me pull up my dice roller because my dice are in the complete opposite side of my house right now. Now she looks a little puzzled and mildly concerned at your tone, but she says, "No, I don't believe we're expecting rain any day in Uncarel. Doesn't really rain here."
Ix will kind of look down to her slightly damp clothes and then look over to Lucas like, "If you're going to do whatever it is you're going to do, now would be the time."
All right. Let me double check exactly the component. I think it's just like, because verbal and somatic, so just kind of a gesture, right?
Yeah, he says something and does a motion.
Yeah, so he's just gonna give the woman a nice, charming smile and say, pardon me a moment, and just like does the gesture, and he's gonna cast Zone of Truth in the area.
Okay.
With the most disarming of smiles as he does it.
Let me check one thing here.
You're gonna tell me it doesn't work in this shop, but I'm ready. Let's do it.
Oh, it's not that. Let's see.
Shopkeeper uses counterspell.
Ix will counterspell her counterspell. I'm done.
Shopkeeper uses one of her security guards to beat up Lucas.
Lucas gonna beat the crap out of that security guard.
Let's see. Well, Ix, you being the observant one, you do notice her noticing Lucas starting to cast a spell, and she looks like she's about to react to it in some way. but then she stops herself. She seems to like recognize what Lucas is doing and holds back whatever she was about to do in response.
Interesting.
She,
So he casts the spell?
Lucas successfully casts Zone of Truth.
Everybody in,
And
I'm
she does
assuming
not
the
stop.
entire shop, because it's a 15-foot radius, but
Yeah.
15-foot radius within the shop. So I don't know how big the shop is, but perhaps some of the people outside are going to be very truthful about how much they enjoy their food today.
The entirety of the shop does not exceed a 15-foot radius.
Right. Everyone needs to make a charisma save, DC 16.
Does that include your aura?
Charisma, you say? Okay.
Charisma save. That does include our aura. So you're all still my friends. I think this is fun, but it doesn't need to be that fun.
Even
you may choose to lie. I mean, you may choose to fail.
even without your aura, I got 17.
Oh, there you go. And I'm aware of who passes or fails, for the record. So with a charisma save, I literally can't fail this. But I rolled a 4, so I came real close. So that's a 7.
I have house ruled that natural ones on saves are automatic failures. Even
I mean, no, that's fair. But yes, my DC is 16. I rolled a 17 because that's delightful.
Marvelous.
That's with my modifier. That is not a natural 17.
23 for Arno.
Okay, and
22 for Ix.
Ben is within the range, just in case it comes up.
Oh, Jesus.
He's just out back. Oh yeah, I'm just hanging out, waiting for my friends to interrogate the shopkeeper.
Okay.
He's good.
Ben's gonna choose to fail.
Excellent. Whether she chose it or not, Kenzie does fail your save.
So everybody passes except the woman.
And Ben, by choice.
And Ben. Well, yes. Lucas is aware that everybody passed.
That's, if nothing else. Oh, you know, in the back of his head, he's like, damn, I was hoping at least one. Which technically is Ben.
If I really wanted to think that, I could have told you all, no, don't use my aura, but I still think everyone was okay. So it would have been just me. Without my aura, I would have failed. But
Beautiful.
So after the spell is cast, Ix will relax her posture a bit, look back at the shopkeeper,
who quirks an eyebrow at Lucas.
Still charming smile. Just business, really.
Ix will look at her intensely. I'm sure you can gather we're not here for another reading.
I gathered that much. You have my curiosity, and she looks and sounds a little on edge.
Is your curiosity by chance overlapping in killing people or perhaps drowning them?
Let's see. Make an insight check just for her expression, since her words will have to be truthful. And in case she twists her words, I suppose. Let's see. 4, hooray! Oh yeah, she is so nervous. Obviously, she was trying to kill you all. There's no question. To Ix. No, she looks affronted. First off, which Ix doesn't buy for a second. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have not tried to kill you or anyone.
Oh, sure. Maybe not directly. But what about your security? It's awfully still in here. No windows open, no breezes. Or is your security maybe having a day off?
As you say that, Ix, you do feel a little bit of a breeze to your side.
Oh, you bitch.
Lucas is gonna step in and he's gonna
Yeah.
kind of put a hand on Ix's shoulder, and he's still smiling. There's still he's still like no. And he's just gonna say, "I'm sorry about my friend here. We're just a little on edge because we recently came in contact with something awfully similar to your security here, and I'm sure you can understand why my friend here is jumping to conclusions."
I see. Well, it wasn't mine if you were
Yes.
attacked by something like that.
Would you happen to know if anyone else in the city uses a similar system?
I mean, anybody who has had the proper training could learn to do so. It wouldn't surprise me if there are other practitioners among the sellers in the bazaar.
I'd like to know if
Would-
this woman is telling the truth.
She is not lying. You can insight.
Oh, I mean,
deception
yeah,
in her words.
yeah. All right, that's an 8, so we're good. We're still going. I still believe her.
Yeah, Arno would probably be like, well, where did you learn how to do this?
Let's see. Let me check my info real quick. Let's see. Well, make a persuasion check. No,
Okay.
she's not lying, but she's not just giving you information. People casting spells in her shop and accusing her of attacking people.
Stop rolling. Do. Persuasion, you say?
I do say
21.
21. Okay. Well, you're not yelling accusations at her, so she's a little more willing to answer Arno, I suppose. Well, if you must know, I did attend the Crystal Chateau some time ago, and it was in my final year there that I learned this spell to summon my security.
Did you learn it from a specific teacher there?
Well, if you are, I suppose, looking for somebody who may have sent their own elemental after you, I don't want you to continue thinking it was me, because it was not. She says, seeming to be aware of the spell that is affecting her.
She's like, "I will lay it all out for you, and you can't deny."
Yeah.
So I will say, of all the people inciting her, she identified what spell Lucas was casting, and for a brief second was deciding whether or not she needed to counterspell it, and decided that she did not need to.
I have nothing to hide. They already know I'm a crook.
I am not a crook. Let's see. Names. Okay. Well, if you are looking for others who are able to summon such things, it may possibly have been another student of Professor Wist, which is
Professor.
Wist.
Hey, I spelled that one right.
Who is Professor Whist?
Give you a nice short one.
Nice.
Who is Professor Whist?
She's a professor of conjuration at the Crystal Chateau.
And the one who taught you how to.
Yes.
Out of character, Crystal Chateaus were the Allegiance.
Allegiance.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They run multiple schools, and the Crystal Chateau is the fancy exclusive one. And then they also have their other public school.
Yeah.
Interesting.
How would we get in contact with this Professor West?
No, I suppose you could, if you know somebody at the Crystal Chateau, I suppose you could get in contact with them to get more information. I don't suppose any of you attend there.
That shouldn't be
Shoot.
hard.
Nod.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Which one of us?
Oh, at the Crystal Chateau.
What were you gonna say, Best?
I just said shouldn't be hard. I didn't know who David was telling to repeat themselves, so...
Okay, no, just the group at large.
Okay.
I don't suppose any of you attend.
No. No, we don't.
I think some of your words cut out the first time around.
Yep. I don't suppose any of you attend there. Arno says no, we don't. Thorin also says that shouldn't be hard.
Okay, excellent. But yes, perhaps that can lead you to whoever made an attempt on you, I believe is the phrase.
Do we have any further questions for her?
No.
There you go. I really do appreciate you taking this so well.
I don't know who he's talking to.
Oh, the woman.
He's talking to. Yeah.
Also Ix. I mean, Ix is not destroying anybody right now, but he's definitely talking to the woman, even if his hand is still on Ix's shoulder.
I appreciate you asking questions first instead of after. She says, still wary of the lot of you, but mostly Ix. And somewhat Lucas, since he was the one who was casting spells in her top.
I mean, fair. It's my other campaign where that's illegal, so I had a brief pause. It's all good.
If you are not here to make a purchase, I would ask that you all kindly leave.
I think we're done here anyway. Let's get going.
Thank you again.
She does not answer.
Ix will let the rest of the party kind of walk towards the door, and she'll walk up to the shopkeeper.
Who obviously did it.
No. She'll look at her and actually have her expression soften a bit. You're right. It was wrong of me to come in here and accuse you, especially when I had no other reason. I apologize. And then she'll turn around and walk out.
She still looks a little wary of you, but she does seem a little surprised by the apology. Well, thank you. Have a nice day.
Ix won't say anything more and just leave.
She says, at least partly out of shopkeeper habit.
So, when we are outside again and we reconvene with Ben and tell him everything. I think Thorn's gonna just.
Also, Ben, which door were you located by? The front door or a back door?
A back door, I guess you said it went out to like some courtyard.
Okay.
At least that's what I thought.
I just wanted to make sure I was clear on your location. But yes. So yeah, Ben is still around the back, but you can hear the others coming out the front, seeming to have finished their interrogation.
Yeah, I assume that we're able to meet up with him and fill him in as needed. I assume we're not going to RP that out.
Ben's still invisible though, so when he sees you coming, he's going to start talking. He's like, "Oh, guys, that was fast. Hey, I learned a lot while I was out here. For example, that stall over there sells this," and he's going to start listing all the stalls by the type of food that they sell, because he spent his entire time sniffing food. Anyway.
Oh my god.
That's wonderful, Ben. So, this Professor Whist, my line of thinking is that maybe she has a disgruntled former student who could be interested in working against the Allegiance. It might be something worth actually talking with, I forgot the guy's name. What's the name of the... No, well, Prolix and the other guy, the big guy.
Big guy?
The one
Guy in
who
charge.
Al-Ain
the
belongs to.
The headmaster, right?
Alacritos?
Yeah.
Their names are all too hard to keep track of.
I don't think you were told who Al-Ain belongs to. You're just told this is a faculty familiar.
Oh, weren't we? I thought we were told that it belonged to the guy in charge.
Very well may have said that. I don't know.
I could be making it up and just filling in my mind, but that's at least what I assumed.
I can't think of another time I would have mentioned the name Alacrito, so I probably did say that and then just forgot. So carry on with that original assumption.
In any case, could be worth talking to Prolix and the guy in charge with, just because maybe they would know of a few names to look into.
That's true.
Or who knows, maybe unbeknownst to us, Professor Wister has some issues with the Allegiance that this could highlight.
Definitely seems like a good way to start.
Yeah.
Squad-a-la.
Plus, we have to report anyway.
Squad-a-la.
Squad-a-la. Can't take it away from Ben every time.
Also, this is a perfect excuse for us to explain to Prolix why we were so adamant on hazard pay, considering that, true to form, we did get attacked. Looking into it. So, you know.
And the most likely suspect seems to be somebody in the fucking school. Come on, guys. What the hell? When is next session?
Huh? Oh, it is noon already,
It's
isn't
noon.
it? Oh,
Yep.
fuck.